What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Man Cave Podcast. As Brandon is continuing to just make loud noises over there. Man Cave Podcast brought to you by our good friends from High V, Dan, Brandon over here for another episode of Top 5 Plus.
It's been a
Top
bit.
5. It has been a bit. So, also, we're going to be doing video series on this too. So, smile nicely. That was creepy. I can skip it because you're like between the handlebars there. I got to adjust the camera angle, but that was it just got creepy over there, man. So, oh my gosh. But a unique top 5. We've done this before where we've done drafts and such. But top 5 sports duos of all time. I'll let you explain it a little bit.
And I've kept this very open-ended. I just thought about this, like combinations, duos in sports, like could be teammates, could be rivals, could be other things. Like I just wanted to keep this very open-ended because I'm just kind of curious to see where our brains go on this.
Right. So draft-wise, we're going to do our famous rock, paper, scissors best of 3 to determine who gets the first pick in this draft. Or we should change it. Whoever wins it gets to decide if they pick first or second.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's sometimes we've said, I don't want the first pick.
That's true.
You know, just to see how the other person goes. So, I guess do we just? I will say this because it's top 5 plus. There may be a duo that I may not select, but I want to give them a mention, so that's going to be my honorable mention.
Yeah, once we get to honorable mentions, that won't be draft.
Yeah,
that'll just be
that'll be at the end.
Yeah, that'll just be and that's one where we can have crossover. I think.
Yep.
I think that's fair.
Yep.
Okay.
So, ready for rock paper
It's
scissors?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
1, 2, 3 shoots.
Okay, best of 3.
Your head's. I gotta adjust that. You're too tall now. I only see your mouth. Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Tied. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Shoot.
All right.
You're getting my number here lately after I dominated
paper.
you. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Son of a gun.
That's a clean sweep. That's a clean sweep right there. Well, not a clean sweep, I guess, because we tied the first time.
But still, yeah, I didn't give it 1. So, all right.
I will take the first pick.
You will take the first pick, and your first duo in our top 5 duos of all time is who?
I feel like this is one that was going to go somewhere, so I'm going Jordan Pippen.
Okay, I figured that was probably going to be
Michael Jordan,
there,
Scottie Pippen. That's my number. That's my top duo.
Pen doesn't work, and I can't cross it
and
out.
And now he threw it in anger, but yeah, that's my duo.
This marker's probably not going to work either. So, it does. So, okay, so Jordan Pippen, the first duo. Now, this also means Jordan cannot be selected in another duo. So, sorry, you can't have him and Luke Longley.
You cannot pick Jordan and McDonald's.
Nope. You can't pick Pippen and Rasheed Wallace in their Blazer days or something like that. So, or
you cannot.
Those two guys are also off the board, so they can no longer be picked. Well, I guess with that case, now I'm going to go with this one, even though they're not up there with the amount of touchdowns. I'll go Montana Rice. I know Young and Rice have more touchdowns together, but I think of Montana and Rice, together. So I'll go with that pick, Montana Rice. So
all right.
You're up. Next one.
My next one, I'm going to go to a different sport, but I'm going to go football too. Going Brady Belichick.
Oh, okay. You're going to go that route. Gotcha. Well, I got to knock off Brady on here because I had a little bit of a different one. But what? You just keep dropping stuff, or what? What do you do?
No, I just moved it. I didn't drop anything.
Brady Belichick. That's a good one. That is a very good one over there. So, I am going to go with. When I think of a duo, and this was honestly one of the first names I thought of, and I probably could get away with it a little bit later, but I don't know how your game plan is for this. Stockton Malone.
That's a good one.
I mean, the pick and roll and everything. When I think of duos,
I had thought about them when I was going through my list.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Stockton Malone. I mean, come on, that was just the perfect duo.
Yeah.
In basketball. You got the point guard feeding it to the power forward and that, so... Yep, I'll go Stockton Malone.
I don't necessarily have these ranked, but this is the first one where there's a reason that I did these with a little bit of open-endedness.
Okay.
Because to me, when I think of these, like I'm putting these two things together because I think they go together, and I guess that's kind of the real essence of what I was doing here. I'm going with baseball and brats.
So it's not just sports figures.
No, it's sports.
Okay.
That's
so
why
it's
I
sports.
left it
Okay.
open-ended. Sports.
Okay. All right. Baseball and brats.
Yes.
Okay. Not.
I
Oh.
won't go beer because you don't need to drink beer to go.
Interesting. You went brats and not hot dogs.
Brats.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're going that route, eh?
Yeah.
I'm going a little bit of a different route in mine.
All right,
I
good.
think you've opened the door for
I
me
have,
on
I
this. For this, I'm going a little old school. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, that lineup right there with those two. Come on now. Is that the best 3-4 of all time?
Probably
Probably.
murder. I was gonna say it's a murderer's row, but it is murderer's row.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. You see a trend here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover at least one from every sport.
Yep.
I'm trying to do that. We'll see if it still works out because I've got two more, but it's between three, and I don't know which route I want to go. So, but we'll see if you pick any.
I've actually got one that kind of alludes to the show from that from today.
Mm-hmm.
That these two things I think go together. Apparently, a lot of people don't, but I do. I think you will agree with me, but I don't think this is something you would have ever picked because obviously I've really opened the creative envelope here.
That's one way to put it.
I'm going with the combination of playoff football and snow.
Oh, we did kind of allude to that. That's right. Wow, you did really open up a Pandora's box.
I did.
This thing.
I did.
Crap. Okay. Football and snow.
Playoff football and snow. I guess football. I mean, it can be football and snow, but playoff football.
Playoff football and snow. Yeah.
It doesn't have. Yeah, but
man, or unless you're the Dolphins and Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
You're Leon Lett.
Leon Lett. Yep, exactly. Man, you've really made things more difficult on me now because I was kind of hoping that maybe you would take one of these away from me. This is going to be a little bit. This is going to be a little bit. I don't think a lot of people are going to realize this, but for when I think of a duo, sports duo. So I'm looking at. You could kind of see the trend I'm going on. I'm going with players. And I want to cover I did baseball already. So I'm backtracking here a little bit. That might be an honorable mention one for me. I will go to, I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan, but I know this one. I'm going to go Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier.
It's a good one. It's a very good one.
I'm going to go with that.
Those Oilers teams of the 80s were machines.
Yep. And maybe the younger people just remember the Ranger ones, but
yeah, it was better in the 80s.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with go with the flow and try to cover every major sport, which I did with the 4 there. Yeah. Now it's going to be, I'm between these two, and I don't know.
Well, I don't think there's any way you're going to draft. You would have picked this last one, so you're going to have your full choice because one of the things I thought of with duos, I also thought of rivalries.
Yeah, you mentioned it a little bit earlier. So,
and I've got to do this one. It's not again. I don't think it's anything you would have thought of. So for I'll just say it's the rivalry slot. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon.
That's a good one. But you just inspired my next one.
There we go. That's good. Good.
You just inspired my next one. That's a good one though. So my final one, Magic and Bird.
Yeah. I had Lakers Celtics on my list.
I had Magic and Kareem.
Same. Yep.
But what you just did, I'm like Magic Bird.
No.
Those two are paired all the time.
Forever.
Yeah. So I got to go with that one. I'll leave the next two that I had for honorable mentions coming up here. So we recap it or
we can.
So your picks first.
Well, heck, we could. Do you want to go another couple rounds?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do 2 more rounds.
2 more rounds? Okay.
2 more rounds.
2 more rounds. I like it. All right.
There's one I'm going to draft, but I don't think there's any way you would draft it. But at the same, I know what I'm going to do. My next one. Round 6. I'm going to go another rivalry. Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson.
Oh, I didn't even think of a Tiger one. Son of a gun. Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Phil.
A good one. That's a good one. Boy, I just thought of another one too, and I don't know if that's gonna. Well, I'll go with this one, and I'll have some other time to think about it. Lombardi Star. You know,
Yeah.
when I think
Yep.
about duos,
Yep.
you think about Lombardi Star. I mean, back in the day when they played too, I mean, you didn't have the communication devices. Star had to run what Lombardi's game plan was. He called the plays out there. I mean, come on, Lombardi and Star. Yep, that's my duo there too for number 6.
That's a good one.
So
That's a good one.
now the final one.
All
There.
right, and this one, and yeah. My final one here, I will go hockey. I knew there was no way you would ever take this one, but to me, this deserves to be on my list. Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good
that
one.
was one I knew you wouldn't have on your list.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
And-
give me some credit. I
No,
had a hockey one
I'm
on
saying,
it.
but I'm just saying you never would have had the pit. Like,
Right.
obviously, I'm a Penguins fan, so that's one that's going to hit home with me. But yeah,
Yep.
Lemieux and Jagr.
Should have went Stevie Y and Sergey from Red Wings over there. NHL Live 94 95, baby. That was gold right there. Okay, so I think I'm going to save this one for my honorable mention because it's a little bit out there, but I have a reason for it. So since you went golf, which was fantastic, and I completely forgot about it, I'm going to go Jack and Arnie.
Yeah.
Jack
That would
Nicklaus
be
and
the
Arnold Palmer.
other one.
Yep.
I mean that
I'm going to go that one for mine. Otherwise, you want to go down a rabbit hole with history, we could go Bobby Jones and what was the guy's name?
Sam Snead,
Nope. Son of a gun.
Bagger Vance. I hear he's a legend.
Come on. I'm looking it up. I can think of his Walter Hagen. That's what it was. Walter Hagen. You know your history there. So okay, so let's recap because we did 7 then.
Yes.
So you go through your list first.
My list of 7 duos. Number 1, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
Mhm.
Number 2, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Number 3, baseball and brats.
Yep.
Number 4, playoff football and snow. Number 5, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon. Number 6, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson. Number 7, Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr.
So mine was Montana and Rice, Stockton Malone, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Magic and Bird, Lombardi and Star, and Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. Do you have an honorable mention that you want to throw out there?
I have a couple honorable mentions.
Okay, I got a couple
Because
too.
I've got and these are ones we can have crossover on these.
Okay,
I think
perfect.
because
Yep.
come on, we're
Yep.
not drafting honorable mentions.
Right.
Other ones I had just on my big list here were Lakers, Celtics.
Okay.
I did have Mahomes, Kelsey.
Okay. Yeah.
This is another one that I took kind of some creative liberties with. I put golf and sunshine. Come on, if you're out golfing, it's just a sunny day. That's
Yeah.
a good day.
Yeah.
And then my last one, I'm a homer. Come on, I went Randy Moss, Chris Carter.
I thought about that one.
Yeah,
On
that
my
was
list there, so.
I did. And if we were doing trios, they honestly maybe would have been a little bit higher and throw Jake Reed in there. But for for that combo, I gotta do it.
Yep. So I'll just mention this one. He was not eligible for me because you mentioned his. You had Brady and Belichick, so I had Brady and Gronk on mine. Ones that didn't, Shaq and Kobe.
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had Shaq and Kobe on mine.
You went
And-
Shaq and Kobe over Shaq and Penny?
It hurts me,
Oh,
but championships.
it's true. What about Nick
Championship.
Anderson and missed free throws?
Oh, that was good.
I hope you're not listening, Nick.
That
I like
was
you.
good. Oh my goodness. So, I did have Magic and Kareem on here too,
Mhm.
but I went with Magic and Bird. So this is the one that's kind of out there. You and I don't, there might be other people too that would appreciate this, but I wanted to pick. We're talking about duos. I wanted to pick a double play duo
Oh, up the middle, yeah.
up the middle, and so I had to look up some of them.
Mhm.
So if I had to pick one because they spent so much time together, Lou Whitaker and Alan Trammell
Tigers.
with the Tigers.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think about a duo, and I'm trying to think about for baseball, you think the lineups. That's why I went with Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth. But I'm like, okay, is there a pitcher catcher combo? But then I'm like, well, double play duo.
Yeah.
That sort of. Those guys, I think, was it 18 years they played together, manning the shortstop and second base. So
That's a good one.
throwing that one out there as a wild card. So I was trying to think, we could have gone like Rodman and Malone,
Yeah.
Rick Smits and Greg Ostertag.
Rick Smits and Dale Davis.
Dale Davis. Oh, Reggie Miller and Spike Lee. Jeff Van Gundy and Alonzo Mourning.
It'd be like picking Pedro Martinez and Don Zimmer.
Yeah. See, we didn't even do any of those type of rivalries over there. So
Actually, tell you what, can I put one more on my list?
yeah.
kind of going down this road, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock.
You know, I'm surprised. Okay.
I thought about
Wrestling
going
now,
a wrestling one, and that was, if I was going to do one, that's probably one I would do.
Who would be the ultimate like tag team?
Who's the greatest tag team of all time? Is a great question. I mean, everyone's going to have different opinions. My favorite tag team of all time is the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon.
Okay.
But I would still put that as a rivalry. Like, as I tried to think, for Rock Austin.
Yeah.
Greatest tag team is always going to be so subjective.
The only one that I can think, I mean, a lot of people, Legion of Doom would probably be up there,
yeah,
right?
they would definitely be there.
But
I was thinking like a great rivalry.
Yeah, no, I was just, when you think
yep.
of duos, I'm thinking of like a tag team too. Who was the one that HBK and he runs the WWE now?
Triple H.
Triple H. What was their duo called?
DX.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Over there too. So.
So yeah,
well, there's other ones we can.
Yeah. That's open ended, but.
No New World Order in WWE.
Oh my gosh. No. I feel like at some point we need to have like sports flops.
Ooh.
Because that might be on the list.
Yeah.
But
the other one I was thinking of, because I interviewed one of them, Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Legion, I guess Legion Doom, but
they
yeah,
go by
Road,
Hawk and Animal.
Yep. So, because one of the guy, his kid was Joe
Laurinaitis, his son.
Laurinaitis, yes.
Laurinaitis. He played for Ohio State. He played for the Rams.
Yep.
Yeah, he was football. He played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
when did you interview him?
Radio Row.
Really?
Yeah, it was like the first day.
I had no idea.
Yeah, because I think he passed away a couple years ago.
He did.
So, yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, small world.
Small world. But yeah, that maybe sports flops.
I like that one. Remember that one. So when I text you and say, "Hey, what do we do for top 5?" and you're like, "I don't know."
I'm not gonna lie. You know why I thought of this topic?
Why?
I had some time this week with obviously
because you think we're the best duo.
Yeah, I mean that goes without saying, but had some time this week because Monday and Tuesday I got colded out. I rewatched The Last Dance.
Oh my gosh, the whole thing, you binged it?
I binged it this week.
Wow.
I just finished up yesterday.
I will say this: you didn't answer my tweet when I posted it though. Hudson watched D2 for the first time.
I did. That was something I was gonna talk to you about in person.
Yeah.
What do you think?
His comment was, "It's not as funny as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You're just like, "Oh."
So what? I'm
gonna leave.
Yeah. So what did he do after that? What did he do on one of his days off from school to, I guess, give him a comedic relief? Major League 2. That was the next one he watched.
All right.
The only reason he likes Major League 2, marbles.
Oh.
That's his favorite thing throughout the whole movie. Yep.
Huevos?
That is probably Euchre is solid in that though too.
Yeah.
The fact, not to get off on a tangent here, but to wrap it up, if it is true that Euchre ad-libbed the whole movie, like I had to double check that, and there's other stories that he ad-libbed. If he did that in that movie, the first one,
my goodness,
that is legendary.
Yeah, that's an all-time great acting job.
I think Lucroy mentioned it, and then there was another article I read somewhere that he had the freedom to ad-lib.
The majority of us.
Yeah,
wow.
If he truly did, that is fantastic.
Yeah,
and Monty to have to feed off that too in the second one is pretty darn fantastic.
Eyeball.
But yeah,
caught.
But wow, I mean wow.
Yeah.
But it would make sense as maybe an announcer too. Just hey, pretend you're doing a game, sort of thing. But good God. That's magical if he truly ad-libbed the whole thing.
One of one.
Yeah, it was.
A sports unicorn.
Well said. All right, dude. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Really quick, before I let you go, because I got to go. Picks for this weekend. Revisit it from what we did the show.
I went Chiefs Eagles because I'm boring, but I'm pulling for Bills and Commanders.
I want Bills and Commanders, but I will go Bills and Eagles in this one. So, all right, that's gonna do it for us on this episode of the Man Cave Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Plus, we've got we're now in video too, so that's up on YouTube. Till next time, we'll talk to you on the next episode of the Man Cave Podcast.